Hello and welcome to Talk of the Townsends, the show about achieving personal enlightenment, finding fabulous wealth, but mainly just like hanging out and chatting and TV and stuff like that. I'm Benedict Townsend.
And I am Hannah Townsend.
Hannah, how are you?
I'm pretty good, I guess. How are you?
I'm pretty good, I guess. I tell you one thing, I really regret that we do that intro every time because I can never remember what it is.
I saw you struggle and I thought, he's going for it.
One day I will achieve personal enlightenment and remember what that intro is, but we've committed at this point.
Yeah.
What is it you always say? Always be consistent. Consistency is key. It's true.
I love how you changed up.
Always be consistency. I would like to start the show with a bang by talking about that email you got.
Yeah, I was sent an email. I will read this out. This was from an influencer agency, so not my management. I would like that noted.
Mm-hmm.
That said, "Hi Hannah, blah 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 blah. We've just had a new campaign come through with the tech brand, and then I'm not going to name exactly who it is, but it's a smart scales for weight loss, brand new and top of the range.
Ooh.
We came across your profile and thought you'd be a perfect fit." For a weight loss.
That's kind.
Yeah, it was sent on a Friday at 4:33 p.m. So it was a real mood booster.
Yeah.
That I would be the perfect fit for a weight loss scales. And here's the thing, it's a gifted opportunity to make a video for them.
Yeah.
With some like quite strict, like the video would need to be live by here. These are our timelines. So one, not only are you insulting me by reaching out and saying, hey, you'd be a perfect fit
yes.
for a weight loss product. Number two, you're also not going to pay me.
Yeah.
Not that I would do it even if it was paid, but you're not even going to pay me for it.
Well let's break it down because there's two elements here.
Yeah.
There's the are crazy. There's the business element and then there's the slightly darker element, which you pointed out to me. But this is a good opportunity to dig into this kind of world of influencer creator stuff, right? Because I feel like this game has been around long enough now that everyone basically understands, the creators, the companies, even the viewers understand basically how it works, right?
Yeah.
That you have branded content, which is adverts basically, fancy adverts that creators make, and then you have gifted stuff.
Yeah.
And, adverts, you're creating value for a company, so you should be paid.
Yeah.
It's work.
Yeah.
How much you get paid, that's the debate, and that's maybe where influencers get a bit cheeky or whatever, or companies get cheeky, but you should be paid for that. Gifted stuff is more of a risk for a company because ultimately they're giving you a gift, hoping you might post about it.
Yeah.
But the whole point of a gift, I think, perhaps even legally, is that you cannot make demands of a gift.
I think actually genuinely by legal law standards now, they're not allowed to ask for any content. They're not allowed to especially I have people reach out that say gifted opportunity. We'd have 2 rounds of feedback on the video. It's that's not how that works.
That's not a gift. I mean, that's fundamental. If there's a contract involved, that's not a gift.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Psych, there's conditions.
Yeah.
So on the top level, them being we'd love to gift you this thing. We're going to need that content pretty soon, though.
And it's got to be live by this date.
Yeah, it's got to be like this. That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Because also, there may be, understandably, there might be people who hear this and they're like, who do you think you are? I'd love to get a free thing or whatever. But the point is, it's not free.
It's not free.
It's not free because they want something back. And the thing they want back is worth more to them than the product is. Yeah. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Also, it's their product, which definitely will cost less to produce than they sell it for because that's business, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's just about the trade.
Yeah.
So on the top level, that's a crazy email. But then you pointed out there's a much darker element to this.
So much darker. Of that I would be a perfect fit for this product, which would be wild to send to anyone of any size because it has such an implication that
it could be potentially very triggering for someone.
So triggering. Cannot believe that anyone would send that email.
Because you said if there was someone who really struggled with eating or with their weight or whatever, and then they get an email going, we think these scales would be perfect for you.
And your weight loss journey.
You
think I'm not on a weight loss journey.
Yeah.
Should I be?
But if someone was that could really make someone spiral.
Yeah, of course.
That being said, you took it, obviously, and I look forward to that video.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I am now on my weight loss journey. So.
Yeah, we're going to do a live weigh on the podcast. That's great audio content.
A live weigh and a live flow period tracking app update.
Yes.
And obviously this is a different day for when we recorded the last podcast.
Yeah. We're definitely not recording this the same day. So there's definitely a flow update, which I'll read. My phone's dead. It's a shame because it would probably be something like you know, her shipbuilding skills are better today. Get her out to sea.
Her foraging skills are better.
She can sniff out a truffle.
Speaking of being kind of put in line, I was definitely put in line the other day. So I filmed something on Carnaby Street. You know, Carnaby Street is just the place to be stopped and filmed these days.
I didn't realize this, but we went there recently and it is just nothing but people with tripods. Fashionable looking people with tripods.
It really is. Like, and I will say, if you're having a good day and you're in a nice outfit and your makeup's done, tottle down.
You could be in 10 different videos by the end of the street.
Seriously. And to be honest, I had just been to an event, so I was kind of dressed up and I was like skipping along the street. And I saw these two girls and they were like beautifully dressed up. And I was kind of like, oh my God, they look so nice. And then they were like, do you want to be in a video? And I was like, absolutely. I was like, it was a good day to see me, you know?
Sure, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, absolutely. And they were like, we're going to do guess which outfit is more expensive. So there were two ladies standing next to each other.
In the same outfit, identical outfits.
Yeah. And they were like, which one is more expensive?
Mm-hmm.
I work in fashion. For me, it was very obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I could, like, I knew the bag that they were wearing. Like, it was very obvious for me which one was going to be more expensive. So I did the little video. I kind of went off, completely forgot the name of who had interviewed me, even though it was on the mic. It was a whirlwind interview. So then I put on my TikTok, I was like, if you see the clip, tag me. I'd love to see it. So then, I don't know, maybe like a week later or something, a couple of people tagged me. I think it was called Eliza or something, the interview people. Quite a big channel. I go on, the video's got like 7 million views.
Wow.
And every comment is like, Hannah. And I don't say my name in the video. I'm like...
But you're just so famous at this point.
Seriously, I was like, am I the most famous person in the world? Like, I was like, every other comment was saying Hannah. And I was like, I don't even say my name in this.
And it was a compilation video of lots of people on the street
and I was
guessing,
like,
and you were just
who,
one
me?
of them. Who, me?
It was 30 seconds that I like had this like crown on my head. I'm like, I'm it. I've made it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start wearing like a baseball cap out. Like, and then I was like, oh, these comments don't really track for like, because they're talking about Hannah in the outfit. And I was like, Hannah was in a cute outfit, but Hannah wasn't in the outfit. And then I realized the girl in the video, who's quite famous on the channel, was also called Hannah.
Yeah.
And I was just like really brought down to
Quite a common name, actually, isn't it?
No.
They were all just talking about her.
I was checked really fast.
But you had just a taste of stardom.
A taste of that I am the most famous person in the world.
You see, being Benedict, this is not a problem I run into.
For sure.
Unless Cumberbatch is literally... My dream is to interview... Because in the Doctor Strange movies, there's Benedict Cumberbatch and there's also Benedict Wong. 2 Benedicts in a movie. Most movies have 0 Benedicts. So my dream is to interview those 2. And then it'd be when Benedict met Benedict and Benedict.
Really nice. Pitch that.
But no matter how many times I stand outside Benedict Cumberbatch's house, they won't let me do it. So what are you going to do?
You'd only have 2 of the 3, though.
Well, once I get him,
you're good.
The dominoes will fall. It'd be so tempting.
Talking about internet comments.
Talking of the Townsends.
I saw an internet comment the other day that like got me for the first time. That was like a mean comment. That,
no.
And usually I'm so good at like reading comments and they like almost like I envision them and they like brush my skin and I read them and I think, and then I don't let them ever sink in.
Yeah, because so for those of you who know, I've been making videos since I was like 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
You started more recently, but you've had like very swift success. So congratulations to you.
Cheers.
But I had more experience over the years of getting, like, I haven't got tons of mean comments in my life, thankfully, but it happens.
Yeah.
And so when you first started to get viral videos, obviously the second a video goes viral, people start being mean to you.
Yeah.
And so you turned to me and you were like, oh, this is a new experience. What's it like? And my advice is always that you have to ignore basically all comments.
Yeah.
Because if you take it seriously when someone says they love you, you have to take it seriously when someone says they hate you. And neither of those people mean that. People just communicate at extremes online.
Yeah.
That being said, sometimes you see a comment and ow, it hurts.
Yeah. I think that's such a good way of viewing it. I think usually when I get comments, I usually have to like wait a day or two for me to look at them because I find them really like, it's too much. But I saw this comment and it was on a Talk of the Townsends. So I'm looking at you. It was on a Talk of the Townsends video.
In our sacred place?
and it said, if someone told me she was his mum, I wouldn't fight it.
Ooh.
And I was like,
Ooh.
oh my God. I was like, people think I'm your mother? As in, like, I look like your mother? Now, the story keeps going.
Okay.
Because context is always important in comments.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, it was on the video of us where you were saying people said you look like Helen Mirren. And I think that comment was actually saying Helen Mirren could be your mother.
That makes a lot more sense.
But it was so weird because it took me a little bit to realise. And I was like, wow, that was the comment that got me. Because for like a day, I was like, people think I'm his mum. And I was like, I let it like get to me. And I was like, in all the comments that I had thought and all the mean stuff people have said about me, annoyingly beautiful.
Staggeringly humble.
In all of
incredible eyesight.
In all of the comments, I was like, that was the one that got to me. But then I went back about 2 days later and I was like, I'm pretty sure, although I'd like it confirmed, that it was about Helen Mirren.
It was about Dame Helen Mirren, yeah.
It was about Helen Mirren looking like your mum. And I was like, fair enough.
That is funny of like, not to give people advice about how to leave effective mean comments, but if I get a comment that's like, die, bitch, I'm like, whatever. That just, because it's so extreme.
Or you're really annoying, or like, I find her really annoying. It's like, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Also, sure, I kind of find me annoying sometimes.
No, you're not annoying. You're very sweet.
You don't have to say that. Sometimes I am annoying.
Yeah, you are annoying, actually.
So are you.
No. But when I get a comment that's just like, this guy isn't funny or this sucks or whatever, I'm like, whatever. But the ones that get to you, like
creative.
But also like accurate and specific. Like John Mulaney has like a stand-up bit about how 13-year-olds are the meanest people in the world because they'll bully you in an accurate way.
Yeah.
They'll find out the thing you're insecure about. Like I remember I got a comment years ago when I was like 17 making videos, and I made comedy sketches, and people would be like, this isn't funny. I'd be like, whatever. And there was one, and it was like, the camera work was a bit shaky. I think you need to invest in a tripod. And I was so infuriated by that because I'm like, one, it was kind of true. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
But also I'm like, you can't just enjoy. I was like, I've made a whole video for you.
Yeah.
And now you're freaking, Spielberg over here. But
you did get a tripod.
I did get a tripod in the end. They were right. But, But these days I will say TikTok, actually, the filter is pretty good at just keeping out the meanies most of the time.
Although sometimes I do myself a roll of the roulette wheel and I'm like, what are the filtered comments?
I guess if you don't make videos, you wouldn't know about this. But yeah, like TikTok will also filter your comments, but it lets
Only some of them.
Yeah. The ones it thinks are bad.
Some usually are.
Yeah, some get through. I mean, it tends to filter basically anything that has a swear word in it.
Yeah.
So sometimes people's usernames or whatever will have a swear word, and then someone will just be tagging their mate, and that will get filtered, and that's annoying. But sometimes you can go into your settings and be like, all right, let's see what filth is in there. And a lot of the time it's just like, this is fucking funny. And you're like, okay. And then sometimes it's like the meanest thing you've ever seen in your life or something. And you're like, I really wish I hadn't come in here now. This
I'm like,
sucks.
approve? Because I don't want people to think I'm deleting comments. So I'm like, fine. You make your way to the page. Can I tell you a nasty comment?
Can I tell you something I did once? This is bad. So you can pick certain words to be auto-filtered out.
Yeah.
I did a video once where I was talking about, I think it was Hunter S. Thompson's daily routine. And basically he was a guy who just would wake up and just drink all day. And it was like really funny. And I was just reading through all the things he drank in a day. And one of the things he drank was Chivas Regal, which is a whiskey, right? But I, in the video, mistakenly said it's wine, right? I realized that before I put the video out, and I didn't want to re-record it because it was all one take. So I put text on screen, asterisk.
Wine.
What? That is actually wine. I said whiskey, but it's wine. Asterisk on screen. That video went quite big. Every comment. It's not wine, it's whiskey. You idiot, it's whiskey. I'm like, first of all, I've already corrected it in the video. It got to such a point that I blacklisted the phrase Chivas Regal. To this day, you can't leave a comment on any of my videos mentioning that whiskey. It will be removed.
I'm going to find new ways to write that with like a weird, like backwards something.
You know those bots that have started appearing on Twitter that say pussy in bio? Have you seen those? This is like an epidemic on Twitter.
No.
So one of the things Elon said he was going to do when he bought Twitter was get rid of all the bots. And at the time, everyone kind of like scoffed at that because there really weren't many bots on Twitter, visible bots. Ever since he's taken over, you're not on Twitter anymore, but the bots are insane. You can't post anything anymore without like 10 porn bots. And they all post the same message. And it's the phrase pussy in bio, but each letter is in like brackets.
Oh, yeah.
And because each letter is separated by brackets, it like somehow, the filter doesn't get it. Even though they're all posting the same thing. pussy in bio.
That's
So I'll post something like, really enjoying this week's MasterChef. And then like hot Kaylee will be like, pussy in bio. And it's like, but if you reply, I always go, if you reply to them, they automatically get suspended for some reason. So I'm always like, great point, Kaylee. And then she's gone like the wind.
You're like, sorry, I couldn't find your bio.
Yes, I'm looking, but I'm fascinated by like, who's getting fooled by this? They're all posting the exact same thing.
And there'll be loads of people in the comments being like, it's actually X now.
It's actually called X. I would never call it X. Could we get some pussy in bio comments in the comments of this video though? I mean, they'll all be auto flagged, but why not? Word of advice to the world. You don't want to mess with Hannah or someone close to Hannah because Hannah is like a little terrier. She will not stop.
I got your back.
I did a sponsored video on TikTok a little while back for this company. Months went by, they didn't pay me. I was chasing them. I wasn't hearing anything from them. They were reliable before. And then I got an email recently telling me that company had gone completely bankrupt and doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm just never going to get that money.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, whoever buys their debt or whatever, but I'm never getting that money.
You're never getting the money.
So you went on LinkedIn and social media and you found the people who used to run that company.
Yeah.
And have kind of been making their lives hell.
I've been blocked, sadly, by a couple of them. But
no way.
I'll read my message. I'll read. There were two founders that I came across. Hi, X. My husband did some work for X back in X. He hasn't been paid. They contacted the company and they confirmed they paid you. So essentially, you've taken money that's not yours to keep. And then I did a thumbs down because we always say like a thumbs down is just the best rather than like a middle finger or whatever.
Yeah.
And then this person's display picture was him in a lovely kind of holiday setting. There's a pool behind him. So I said, looks like you enjoyed a nice holiday from your display picture. Was that bought with my husband's money? ? And then I sent that thinking I'll do a follow-up of pussy and bio.
Yes.
But I could only contact him once. It wouldn't let me recontact. And now I have been blocked.
No way. That's crazy.
So sadly, I can't follow up. I found the other founder as well. And on his website, he'd say, it was like, what's your superpower? And he was like, my superpower is optimism. Bit lame.
Yeah.
So then I also sent him a message and I was like, hi, X, you name your superpower as optimism. Am I being too optimistic and thinking that my husband will be paid for work that he did for your company? Still on red for that one, but anytime today, I'm sure they'll come back to me.
I like that you're personalizing them for each person. That feels nice. You're putting the work in. The work that they didn't put in, quite frankly.
Exactly. Speaking of DMs, you know what? Like, I am so bewildered by these fake jewelry companies. Someone tell us, what is the scam? This is one that I got yesterday. It was like, I am a brand manager for, and then at a jewelry company, influence marketing team. They follow up with, if you want to check my credibility, feel free to check in with the official page. It's like, you've got 20 followers. Of course you're not an ambassador.
Also, they never even have like a name. It's always just like a bunch of random letters or something. Oh, this is our brand manager. Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like,
after reviewing your profile, I'm glad to announce that we'd love to sponsor you and you'll basically be an ambassador. But like, what is the scam?
Yeah.
I reply and I say, great, I'd love to be an ambassador. Send me the jewelry pieces. Are they then going to ask me for money? Is it postage? This person then followed up. So they sent that yesterday. Hello, miss. I'm waiting for your answer. Please give me feedback as soon as possible with a love heart. And I'm like, I don't get what the scam is. If you were coming straight out with it.
miss.
Hey, miss, do you want your jewelry?
Yeah.
Like, if you're coming straight out with it and said, hey, I am a prince and I want to give you money. I want to be sugar daddy, whatever it is. I get the scam, but I'm part of me just wants to reply and say,
pull on the thread.
Yeah, pull on the chains.
Pull on the gold chain.
chains.
Yeah, because, okay, say you go, brilliant, I'd love to be an ambassador. This person comes back to you and goes, fantastic, you're an ambassador. But maybe they go something like, we'd love to send you some jewelry, but sadly, we're sending it from Pyongyang, North Korea. So the postage is quite high.
It's going to be high.
It's going to be 10 grand.
So you just need to give us, instead of like paying postage outright, just give us the card details.
Yeah.
And then we will post it.
Yeah. Do you think that's the scam? What's the scam?
I don't understand.
Jewelry in bio.
Jewelry in bio. I get them all the time, and it's always jewelry brands.
Well, I look forward to you getting lots of free jewelry anyway and bringing it home. And this has been Talk of the Townsends. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Benedict Townsend.
And I am Hannah Townsend.
Make sure to follow on all the good platforms,
All
Spotify
of the ones.
and TikTok and all that stuff. We'll see you soon. And Hannah, leave us, please, with our famous catchphrase.
The key of consistency.
The key.